Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where I'll be doing updates and technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into the market. So, you can see, this is the news actually pumping this market, and not to mention the CPI was definitely cooked up. Yes, no inflation. Let me know in the comments section, if you guys are feeling the effect because, you and I are the ones that are buying these products off the shelf, and we all know that inflation is not really coming down. Eggs, you name it, energy, oil, it's not coming down. I mean, it's slightly down here and there, but with tariffs, nothing is pretty much, coming down as we're expecting. And we got this, nice, beautiful CPI data this morning, and the market was pretty much flat. And then it just took off. Then we got White House announces 600 billion Saudi investments in US, well, mostly, I guess, AI chips and all that. So this rally was led by all these, chip makers, Nvidia, AMD, and all that. You got Broadcom, everything just going to the moon, and that's why you saw market rallying. Well, Dow was down, and because big name from Dow, UNH was down nearly $70 today, or something like that. 70, $65. Another big hit on that stock. Dow is down 0.64%, so not participating in that rally. Then we got Nasdaq rallying and gapping up again 1.61%, S&P up 0.72%, and Russell going up slightly. Note that slightly 0.37%. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. I mean, look at this mess right here on healthcare down 2.60%, real estate down, consumer defensive down. So it's a completely risk on move. Technology leading the way on top, energy, consumer cyclical, and communication services. These are leading sectors on top. Stock market map, you'll see that rally was led by especially this big name Nvidia, up almost 6%, Broadcom up almost 5%, AMD 4, and then we got Meta going up, we got Netflix, Google going up, Amazon up, Tesla up again, consumer cyclical. And then we got Apple going up 1%, nothing big. But look at the mess right here. J&J, UNH down nearly 18%, AMRK down. I mean, these are big companies, and all these are down, and it's not like one day, just one day that these companies are down. It's been down. And look at consumer defensive. I mean, all these defensive stocks are down. KO, Pepsi, you got Walmart, PG, all going down at the same time. Some of these names from industrials going up, Boeing because of that deal with China. But keep that in mind, tariff that we had before, it's not the same that we got right now. Way, way higher, and still, you know, uh, market just pumping. Now, fear and greed index. It was right here just a couple days ago, 2, 3 weeks ago. And now we're moving into almost extreme greed, guys. That's how quickly this market came back up. Another thing I want to point out right now, everyone is bull. Everybody is buying, buy. Some people are getting squeezed out, but I'm telling you guys, this was the day that dip gone, chase now. You can see I posted that on April 9th, and it says day, again, day like today won't come. This was actually on April 4th that I actually posted. Every day, once in a lifetime opportunity. Have seen many sell off in my life, so still time to buy and go long, everyone. At that point, you can see, there is so many members and they're not even interested because of the fear of losing, like, oh my God, this is crash. I'm not going to make money. Everybody's running for the door. People cry for $5 dip on SPY. And what's happening right now? Are you getting a dip? Even a dollar, $2? I don't think so, right? Especially last few days. You're not getting any dips. So now people are waiting for that and chasing, not even waiting. Some cases not even waiting. SPY down $28. That was on April 4th. Rest is your call. I'm lock and loaded. Same people from here. And I met like, from YouTube, from my Patreon group, people that are in my Discord, people that I, know maybe a little bit, will ask and chase at 5:55. And guess what, guys? I actually have seen that today. People chasing and buying calls on SPY or SPX or even Qs. It's just insane how quickly the sentiment shifts. And now all of a sudden, people are chasing the market. And this is the worst time where market can do, some sort of a rug pull and take all that money that came in and they went long pretty much near the highs. And you'll see, I'm going to talk about a little bit on S&P 500 before we get down to Apple and all the big mega cap stocks that, it's trading really high right now. We need a pullback to get in. We cannot just blindly go in and chase this rally anymore. It's just insane if you're going in. If you're making money, you're just making money because of your luck. No technicals, nothing. You're just going in blindly and you're making money because you're chasing. Now, can that actually, hurt your account and yourself? Absolutely, it can. Could be devastating if you're doing that over and over. So, let's hop onto S&P 500 because I do want to share, some thoughts before we get down to big mega cap stocks. So here I have SPY ETF on your screen, S&P 500, and you can see we're only about 3.5 to 3.74% away from all-time highs. So you can consider this pretty much trading at all-time highs. And this is the biggest V shape I have seen. I mean, in just a matter of 4 weeks, not even four, I would say 3.5, 3 weeks, and we're trading near all-time highs once again. So SPY here, is that actually a good idea to chase right here? Absolutely not. We broke over this daily 200 SMA, which is sitting at 570 to 571, and it's trading near almost, we got close to almost 590 today. And there is no signs of any higher low pullback. The last one we got was right down here, guys, 509 to 510. And from there, these are just soft higher lows. Things are just pressing and going higher. And then, yes, Trump is the main catalyst, with that pump because he's just tweeting, every day, all day, how good economy is, how much deals we're doing with Saudi and all the other countries, China, you name it, UK, and everything is good. And now he's saying just Jerome, just cut, cut, cut. Everything is good. Inflation is gone, and we're heading higher. I mean, go buy some stocks. We're going higher. Now I get that, and I totally get that point because these are insider traders. Not only whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, it's gonna be there. People do these stuffs all day. That's how they make money, and I get all that. But this is the biggest manipulation right now because you got a president that is telling you go buy some stock. Now, where is the higher low pullback? People that are chasing, I want to ask you that where is the higher low pullback that you would get in and maybe get that piece of the pie here on that rally, but you're just going in because you saw the market going up and Trump said, "Oh, we're going higher and go buy some stocks." No, I mean, if you bought here, you're fine. If you bought here, you're fine. Even if you bought right here after that high was taken out at 548, 546, then you're good. But now, look how much this market pumped already, and now you're going in and buying calls. That's why I wanted to show you guys that when market dips, I'm not late. I bought the dip, and when market pumps, also I'm not gonna be late, and there will be some sort of a pullback at some point. It's just a matter of when and what would be the catalyst. Right now, we don't have one, but with Trump, anything can happen anytime. So keep an eye on this. I mean, it's not a healthy way to go and chase the market. And a lot of people get it wrong. When you think the market will come down, people will tell you, oh, I think it's going to 700, 650. I heard that before when I was making these videos, that there will be a pullback, market running out of the steam, and it's gonna pull back. And people told me, oh, we're going to 650, you're a big bear. It's not about being a bear or bull, it's about doing the right thing. Buy the dip at the right time and sell the rip at the right time. That is my message. Not trying to be a bear, or not trying to be a bull, pretty much near all-time highs here on the market. And let's have a look at Nvidia, since we're doing this with big mega cap stocks. You can see, 200-day right here. Because of that news, this thing cut through that daily 200 SMA like butter, like nothing even there. Look at the pump. We even took out almost 130. I mean, we're pretty much trading at 130 right now. So Nvidia is gone, at least at this point. We got another gap up and go. So there is a gap at 123, but now it's far, far away from this gap and then this gap. And we all know how Nvidia, gaps up and goes. Look at how many gaps here recently, guys. One, then you got another one, then you got this one, now this one, and these are daily gaps on daily chart. So Nvidia over 130, the next stop definitely 136, and then we're heading higher because we have earnings coming up in just a matter of few days. And who knows, with all that news, this thing might go back to all-time highs again, just like we're seeing the same thing on Microsoft. On a pullback, critical level to watch, the daily 200 SMA between 125 and then the support 126. Below that, we might be closing this gap from yesterday, 123, and then we can talk about possibly coming down and closing this gap right here at 117.85 on Nvidia. On AMD, it's up 4%, so massive rally. And as a matter of fact, AMD, I've been talking about buying the dips. I am in the stock, bought a lot of shares and still holding, did not sell one single share. And even if you go back and watch some of my videos from this pullback here, I talked about it that, 150 to 200 will come and people are going to chase. But right now, nobody wants to buy this. AMD is garbage and all that. And guess what? There are a lot of calls coming in now, and everybody is pretty much turning into a bull here on AMD. Now, is this the right time to go and chase it? Absolutely not. Wait for a little bit of pullback. And then if you want to go long, I think it's still not too late to go long here on AMD, but not at this point. Now you can see we blew through that level today, 110. It's trading over that, trading outside the Bollinger Band. So 110 can hold up. Definitely the next stop will be right up here at 116 to 118. To the downside, below 110, there will be support at 105 and the gap fill reversal at 103.54 on AMD. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.31%, and now it's down 0.5%. And you can see we got actually an inverted hammer right here on Amazon. And this thing got a rejection. We got closer to 216, and there was a rejection. And now today, again, for the second day, Amazon trading way outside the Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band on top sitting at 207, and the stock itself trading at 211 to 215 today. So going into tomorrow's session, that 207 to 206.40 would be a key level to watch as a support. Underneath that, we got a game on our hand. This thing can dump easily down to 200, and then we have this gap at 194.69, which I think very soon, we're gonna see this gap getting filled on Amazon. To the upside, if this thing breaks and holds over 216, then it's heading up before coming down here, heading up to 230. On Google stock, it's up 0.82%. So Google is up nearly 1%. And you can see there was a dip here today on Google, but not quite, closing the gap at 156 and rallying back up. And now it's closing right here, right over these moving averages. So I would consider Google extremely bullish. If this thing can cross 162 and hold over that, then definitely it's heading higher back up to this high right here, 167, 170, and at some point 176 to even 180.88 to close this gap on top. Now to the downside, gap fill reversal can act as a support, 156.43. Below that, we also have support at 155, and then we're going back down to 150. To the lower Bollinger Band, we also have support at 148. On Meta, it's up 2.60%. So people that are trading for a long time, and people that are in this market, got some experience, they know that it's stairs up and elevator down. That's how usually things happens in the market, and that's how they were happening before. You would see a quick sell off and then slowly market going up, right? Nowadays it's completely different. We took stairs down here on Meta, and now we're taking not even elevator, we're taking a private jet up. I mean, look at this pump, V shape, just like Nasdaq 100. Gap right here, gap right here, gap right here at 607, and new gap opened up today from 640, and gap up and go all the way up to 661 almost, trading way outside the Bollinger Band with some decent volume on it. So going into tomorrow's session, you get some sort of a pullback. 640 can hold 638 to 640. That's going to be the key level to watch as a support. Underneath that, watch out for 614 and then this gap at 607. But I think if this thing gets a $15 pullback here, bulls are going to buy the dip. So watch out. If this support holds, you can ride it back up to 664, possibly up to even 682. But keep that in mind. If the support holds, make sure you have a stop loss in place right here on Meta if you're scalping calls on this pullback if that happens tomorrow or the next day. On Microsoft, it's absolutely flat on that day, but we got up to 450. And look at this, guys. I mean, we're not too far off from all-time highs, 468 right here, and it's just cruising. And if you look at my screen, today we got over that 447 range, and pretty much over that. Yesterday we did close with this hammer type candle, so I think there is still a little bit juice left here in the tank, and this thing can go up to 455, maybe even retest previous all-time highs here on Microsoft. To the downside, that 447 gives up, then watch out for this support down here, 5-day moving average 441.68, and then we also have support at 434.56 on Microsoft. On Tesla stock, it's up nearly 5%. And again, the same thing applies right here. Gap up and go. Gap up. How many gaps right here? Right on my screen. Just look at it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you think this is healthy? Absolutely not. Just gapping up and going. And there are some calls coming in, $370 calls on Tesla. So who knows? If there is an opportunity, we'll get in. But at this point, I mean, I'm not going to go and chase this. I even sold my calls that are going to expire in 2026. And right now I'm holding like 120 shares that I bought on this dip. These are up, handsomely, but I'm not going to sell at this point. Now, we talked about it in my video on Sunday night, I think, that 330, well, here it is, guys. It delivered, right? And we closed over 330, but it's getting a bit outside, a bit overextended. Would like to see some sort of a retracement, maybe back down to 307 to 300. That would be a nice opportunity for dip buyers to get in and ride this thing back up to those calls that are coming in 370 strike, right? And there is a gap. We talked about it. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I'm a big bull and I like Tesla. I'm just going to go and buy it. We talked about it just a few days ago. Then that Tesla can move back up. And just because Elon Musk is in the government, does not mean that this is the end. And guess what? I got a few comments on this pullback right here that Tesla is trash and it's going down to 50, $60 because of Elon doing this, job in government, right? Doge. Well, now it's a complete different story. People are chasing the same stock all over again, and we're not chasing. Whatever we had, we sold, got some shares, and nothing will happen to the shares. Even if it comes down, worst case scenario, well, you're gonna be red, but you're not gonna lose like options. So Tesla here, guys. I mean, a stock, whenever you see down, it's an opportunity. Who cares about what Elon is doing or not? You just make your money. I don't care about Elon. Whatever he's doing, I care about Tesla dips. And every time we bought the dip on this stock delivered. And you can go back and look at my analysis from weekend. We talked about it at 330 level, and we got over that, pushed over that. Why? Because of high volume. And there are some news from Saudi also. I think Elon also there with the robotaxi and all that. So, he's showing off all those stuff. And, you know, uh, here you got it, Tesla ripping, right? Again, up 5%. I think yesterday was up another 5%. So 10% up in 2 days, and it was just here close to 200, and now it's gone. That is what more than $100 up in just a matter of 3 weeks. So that is Tesla for you. Now, would I go and chase this? Absolutely not. If there is an opportunity, then we'll see, how we can play this. But like I said, I even sold my calls that I had before, and those calls we actually bought right here, guys. Right here on this dip, I sold half right here, and then I held half. I did not even add, and on this rally right here, I sold when my target hit, and now it's actually exploding even higher. So Tesla 330 key level, underneath that we might see the gap fill reversal right here, 307 next support, and then 300. We have another gap down here at 289. On Netflix is up 2.56%, so another rally back up to the upside, but instantly finding rejection right here at 1150 and came back and pretty much closed right on top of this 5-day moving average 1138. So that's going to be your key line in the sand for tomorrow's session. Underneath that, Netflix will find support at 1132. Below that, key level to watch 1090 and then 1065. If this thing is able to break and hold 1000 or 1150, then it's heading higher back up to previous all-time highs $1164. And that's all I have for you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, how you're navigating and dealing with all that volatility in the market. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into tomorrow night.